Being home, even with the slow pace of recovery and the deep exhaustion that lingered, started to open up a new way of seeing things for me. The gratitude that began blooming upon arrival didn't fade. Instead, it began to deepen, putting down roots, changing the way I saw almost everything. It wasn't just about being thankful for things, but about seeing the inherent value in moments and abilities I'd never truly registered before. Those simple firsts continued to feel like major milestones. Sleeping in my own bed whenever my body demanded it, without hospital schedules. Walking freely to my own bathroom. Standing under the warm spray of my own shower, without fear or assistance. These weren't just returns to old routines. They felt like reclaiming small, essential pieces of my independence, my life. Each one underscored the hard-won lesson: nothing is guaranteed. Everything, even the ability to make a cup of tea for myself, can vanish in less than a second. Knowing that, truly knowing it in my bones now, made the simple act of doing these things feel precious. This shift wasn't just about appreciating physical abilities. It profoundly changed how I saw connections. I found myself feeling immense gratitude for communication itself, the ability to talk, to listen, to connect. And I saw the people I loved with new eyes too, recognizing the depth of their worry, the sincerity of their offers to help, especially when they tried to help in my way, respecting my needs, the sheer, unwavering power of their presence in my life. The real value I started to understand wasn't in grand gestures, but in these steady currents of love and genuine care. My own ability to communicate, slowly improving day by day as sleep and focus returned, felt like regaining entry into this vital human world of connection. Thinking back over the intense journey of the past year and a half, the diagnosis shock, the biopsy, the grueling initial treatments, the constant tests, the surgery, inevitably brought waves of psychological tiredness. Remembering it all was exhausting. And yes, sometimes thoughts of what if or if only could surface, moments where regret about wasted time or missed opportunities might try to creep in. But I learned quickly that regret felt like locking myself in a dark room with no exit. For me, the only healthy way to look back was to acknowledge what happened, accept that I couldn't change it, and focus only on learning from it. The past was history. Dwelling on its painful aspects wouldn't fuel my recovery. Instead, what grew stronger was this strange, unexpected feeling, almost like reaching a plateau after a massive climb. A sense of having come through something monumental, a temporary conclusion to that relentless phase of active battle. It wasn't that everything was over, far from it, but there was a shift. And with that shift came a powerful, renewed attachment to life itself. I felt this urge to grab onto it, to engage with it more fully. This naturally led to a quiet reevaluation of priorities. Things that seemed important before, maybe career ambitions, material possessions, status, started to feel trivial, almost meaningless. My energy, still a precious commodity, felt better invested elsewhere. I found myself drawn more towards real feelings, towards understanding people on a deeper level, towards nurturing the connections that truly mattered. My thinking started shifting, becoming less focused on acquiring things, and more focused on experiencing life, deepening relationships, and appreciating the emotional richness of the present moment. This growing gratitude wasn't just a passive feeling. It became an active way of seeing, a lens through which I started viewing the world. It didn't erase the challenges or the underlying worries, but it provided a powerful counterbalance, a source of resilience. It was the understanding that even after the foundations are shaken, life continues to offer these small, profound gifts every single day, waiting to be noticed and cherished. And learning to see them felt like discovering a whole new, more meaningful way to live. Finding gratitude in the simple things is like learning to see the world in color again. A cup of coffee, a moment of sunshine, the turning of a page, each one becomes a quiet masterpiece. But as my own world started to regain its color, I began to see that I wasn't painting this new picture by myself. There were other hands, other artists, quietly adding their own beautiful strokes to the canvas. Join me this coming Thursday as we explore the most powerful force in any recovery, the power of loved ones. If this story feels important, sharing it with someone who might need it would mean the world. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss what comes next. And for the complete journey, you can always find the link to the full book in the description below.